from playing with a true legend of the game to
Yep.
now a rising legend of the
Yep.
game in Caitlin Clark in Indiana. What is it about her? What have you observed about Caitlin Clark now that you're going to be one of her teammates?
Man, I just think she has that same mindset that D has, and I've learned a lot on how to become a pro, and how to get to where I want to be with D every single day, and how she just does things. I was a sponge around here. I saw her habits, her do's and her don'ts, and I think when you have someone like Caitlin, she doesn't really need a lot of help, right? Like she already knows how to play the game. She knows where she wants to be. She has an itch and a willingness to do whatever it takes to win. But I think again, you don't know what you don't know. And in our league, it's all about experience. It's about people taking you under your wing and helping you out. And so I've always said, like, if she wants that, I'm going to be there for her. I know she's going to go do her thing on the court. I don't have to ever worry about that. But as a rookie and just a young buck in the league, there's just a lot that you just don't know, right? And so for me, I want to have a lot of fun with her. I want to win a lot of ball games. I want to win championships with her. But I also want to make sure that she's good off the court as well. And so I'm hoping that she leans on me if she wants it. And I think that's why I'm so excited, is because I have been blessed to see what it looks like under the goat. And now you're going to the baby goat who's been, all the eyes are on her all around the world. And so it's just kind of a cool experience for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely a wonderful experience for you. And it's Caitlin Clark, it's Aaliyah Boston that
Yep.
Indiana's been building and adding all of these pieces over the last few years. They haven't won a championship since 2012. Is this year the year? Does this team have the pieces?
Man, you know what? We definitely have the pieces. I think our front office and our coaching staff, they did a heck of a job of bringing young players who are wanting to win with experienced players who have won. And now you just got to make it all gel. And so I do definitely think we have the pieces. I think we've turned a lot of heads in this off season of what our team is looking like. But no, we are all still very new to each other. We have to build that chemistry. We have to build that rhythm. But I do love the offense we're going to be playing. It's a motion offense. I feel like I haven't played in a motion offense since college. And so it's going to be run and gun, kick and shoot, lots of threes. And so I'm stoked. Like I really am so excited. But do we have the pieces? Absolutely. Now it's our job to be pros and put it all together and get a championship back in Indiana.
I think that's kind of an underrated aspect of building a team is you could put all these pieces together, but it has to be a puzzle. Those pieces have to fit. You have to gel. You have to build that chemistry. Now, heading into your seventh season in the league, what have you noticed is maybe one of the biggest challenges of making those pieces gel? And how do you think having that experience will help you make those pieces work in Indiana?
Yeah, I think when you really look at the league and not only us, but in the NBA, in the MLS, like no matter what sport you're looking at, you have stars and you have role players, and everyone does their job really, really well. It's all about managing egos, it's about managing personalities and making sure everyone feels confident and like they're enough and that their role is important. And when you can do that, those are the championship teams. And so I think a lot of people think you just need all the best scorers, all the best athletes, but that's honestly not what it is at all. You need a team that really cares for each other, that loves each other off the court, and that chemistry naturally comes. And so when I say that our conversations so far have been absolutely amazing, I think this is going to be a really solid, historic team. And this is just the beginning for all of us.
So, shout out to Caroline, shout out to Sophie Cunningham, right? So let's talk about Caitlin Clark. We're gonna start with that. Sophie Cunningham was playing with Diana Taurasi, who is pretty much one of the legends in this game, right? She was a young buck. So her mentality, everything she brought from Mizzou, it translated into the W. You can see it. She's very feisty. She's going to shoot the three ball. She's very aggressive. And then Diana Taurasi, everybody knows Diana Taurasi brought that fire. She doesn't care. She's going to go at you. She's going to talk her shit. And she's going to let it be known that she's that girl, right? So Sophie, she has a little bit of that mentality, a lot of that mentality, right? And she's going to bring that over to the Indiana Fever. Sometimes you need a little bit of that spice, right? You need a little bit of that spark. Caitlin Clark has it, right? And Sophie Cunningham mentioned, when it comes to Caitlin Clark, you don't really need to tell her much about getting in the gym, how to play the game, how to work hard, how to go 100%, how to want to win, how to be a pro. But there's still things that, Caitlin Clark can learn. As long as Aaliyah Boston, all the young girls, there's still things that, they can learn. Sophie Cunningham is going to try to bring that and try to be that mentor, be that girl that Caitlin Clark can lean on, as she stated. As you guys remember, Caitlin Clark last year was asked about giving advice or getting advice. And Caitlin Clark had mentioned something about, I wish I got some advice. Meaning she wasn't getting advice. Or at least not the advice that she needed. They were probably trying to give her basketball type advice or like something. She needs bigger advice. With Caitlin Clark, she's the biggest star, right? She has a lot of pressure on her, and she can easily get emotional in a basketball game. I think things like that, I think you'll see naturally some of these veterans, Sophie Cunningham, DeWanna Bonner especially, will be taking Caitlin Clark under their wing and trying to naturally, and will be able to calm her down. Because when Caitlin Clark gets wild up,